Man, hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. I am very stoked about this episode, and I'll tell you, it's very personal to me. I've experienced a couple situationships while going through this, and I'll start by just asking a simple question. When was the last time someone had you thinking you weren't enough? Think about that for a moment. Maybe it was subtle, like a comment that stuck with you that this person made. Or maybe it was louder, like someone trying to tell you how to live, who to be, and what to feel. Here's what I know. We live in a world where people have to control others. It's a fact, and I don't know why that is. Whether it's through criticism, manipulation, gaslighting, or even just the silent treatment, known as stonewalling, right? And you probably felt that at some point. Maybe someone's tried to mold you into what they want. Or maybe you had to fight to hold on to your own identity because somebody was determined to tear it down. You know, today I'm talking about how to break free from all of that. We're going to talk about why people feel the need to control others, what manipulation looks like, especially in the forms of gaslighting and stonewalling, the silent treatment. How you can recognize and protect yourself from these behaviors. And really, most importantly, how you can stay true to who you are while letting others do the same. And by the end of this episode, I want you to feel empowered. I want you to have the tools to spot manipulation, rise above it, and own your authentic self. Because the truth is, when you stay true to yourself, there's nothing anyone can do to stop you. So let's get into this. And what I want to do is start at the beginning, right? Why do people feel the need to hate on others? Why do they criticize, judge, or try to bring you down? It's something I've thought about a lot, especially over the last few years. And here's the conclusion I've come to. People really hate what they don't understand or comprehend. I want you to think about it. When someone sees you living your life in a way that challenges their views or their beliefs, it makes them very uncomfortable. It shines a light on their own insecurities, their fears, their limitations. And instead of dealing with those feelings, they lash out at you and reflect that and deflect that onto you. It's easy to criticize someone else than to look in the mirror and ask, why the hell does this bother me so much? And so many people won't do it. I'll give you an example. If you're confident, that's going to trigger someone who's insecure. If you're successful in your career, a business you own, that might frustrate someone who's stuck in their comfort zone. And if you're true to yourself, and that can make someone who's been living a lie feel deeply threatened. And here's the catch. When people hate on you, it has nothing to do with you. It's about them. Their need to control or criticize is rooted in their own fears, not in anything you've done wrong. And let me tell you a quick story to make this real, because I had situationships in the past handful of years that had me doubting myself, had me doubting my confidence, had me really evaluating, man, am I overanalyzing? Telling me I'm overthinking, I'm too sensitive. When anybody ever tells you you're too of something, I'm going to tell you, take that as a red flag. And maybe it was a time when you pursued something that made you happy, but someone tried to make you feel guilty about it. Maybe it said things like I said, are you sure that's a good idea? Or that's not who I thought you were. What they're really saying was, you're stepping outside of what I'm comfortable with, and I don't like it. And the bottom line is this. People who hate on others are dealing with their own battles. They're projecting their fears, their insecurities, and doubts onto you. And the best thing you can do is recognize it for what it is and not take it personally. Don't ever take it personally, because again, it has zero to do with you. I want to talk about one of the most common manipulation tactics that's very damaging, and it's called gaslighting. And it's when somebody manipulates you into questioning your own reality. It's when they twist your words, your feelings, or your experiences to make you feel like you are the problem. And let me tell you this tactic is powerful because it's so subtle. It doesn't come with a big neon sign saying, hey, look, I'm manipulating you. It doesn't. It sneaks in quietly and slowly chips away at your confidence in yourself. You know, someone says you're being too sensitive after you express how you feel. They tell you that never happened, even though you clearly remember it exactly how it happened. Or they make you feel like your feelings are irrational by saying you're overreacting, you're overthinking. But what happens over time is you start to doubt yourself. You think, well, maybe I am overreacting, right? Maybe I am too sensitive, but let me be damn clear, you're not. Your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. Your experiences are real. So why would somebody want to do that, right? Because again, it's about control. Gaslighting is a way to shift the focus away from their behavior and put that on you. And if they can make you question your reality, they don't have to take any responsibility for their actions. And the more you doubt yourself, the easier it is for them to manipulate it. And the more you doubt yourself, the easier it is for them to maintain control. And another way of maintaining control and manipulation is the silent treatment. Otherwise, people heard it as stonewalling. And I'll tell you, if you've never heard this term before, it's the same thing as silent treatment. It's when someone completely shuts down communication as a way to control the situation. For example, let's say you're in the middle of an argument, and instead of working through it, through communication, right? Adults communicate, children explain. The other person just shuts you out. They refuse to answer any questions. They give you the silent treatment for hours. I've seen some go on for days. Or maybe they just dismiss your concerns altogether. Like, I don't want to talk about this right now. And they never bring it up again. Because here's what's so damaging about stonewalling. It leaves you powerless. You can't resolve the conflict because they won't engage. You can't express your feelings because they're shutting you out. And over time, you start to feel invisible. Like your voice doesn't even fucking matter. So why do people do it? Again, why? Control. By refusing to communicate, they maintain the upper hand. They don't have to face uncomfortable conversations. They don't have to take accountability. Instead, they leave you frustrated, hurt, questioning yourself. So let's take a step back for a moment. Why does anyone in their right mind manipulate in the first place? What is driving this behavior? And it all comes down simply control. Manipulation is a way to hold power over someone else. Maybe they don't like the way you're growing or changing. Maybe they feel threatened by your independence. Maybe they just don't know how to deal with their own insecurities. So they try to manage yours instead. And here's a hard truth. People who try to control you don't actually want the best for you. They might say they do. Some even say it in a way of, I'm just trying to help, or I care about you. But the reality is they're more concerned with how your choices affect them. You know, if you decide to take a risk, maybe start a business, leave a relationship, pursue something that's on a dream board or a goal of yours, they might criticize you, not because it's a bad idea, but because it challenges the version of you they've grown comfortable with. And instead of supporting you, they try to hold you back. But here's the thing. You don't need their permission to be yourself. You don't need their validation to make choices that are right for you. And anyone who truly cares about you will want to see you thrive, not control how you even get there. So I want to tell you, the biggest thing I always say is stay true to yourself. And I know sometimes it's hard when you're surrounded by criticism, manipulation, or doubt. It starts with recognizing the patterns. And some signs, might be trying to control or manipulate you are similar to where they dismiss your feelings or tell you you're too emotional. They twist your words or actions, make you feel guilty. They avoid accountability by gaslighting or stonewalling you. And once you see these patterns, you can start to take back your power. And number one is building self-trust. Start paying attention to your instincts. If something feels off, trust me, it is off. Trust that feeling. You're not crazy. You're just very intuitive. 2, set boundaries. Let people know what you will and won't tolerate. For example, you might say, I'm happy to have a conversation about this, but I won't engage if you continue to dismiss my feelings. Number 3, important, surround yourself with support. Make sure you are spending time with people who lift you up and encourage you to be your true self. And number 4, if it's a continuing, walk away. If someone refuses to respect your boundaries or continues to manipulate you, it's okay to step back or end the relationship or friendship. You know, at the end of the day, you can't control how people treat you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to stay rooted in your truth. You can choose to walk away from toxic dynamics, and you can choose to let people be who they are, even if they can't do the same for you, and even if it means you support them from afar. So here's my challenge to you. At some point, start paying attention to how people show up in your life. Notice who supports you and who tries to control you. And when someone tries to bring you down, remind yourself, their behavior doesn't define you, it defines them. Everyone, always continue to be true to yourself. Along this life journey, I'm going to tell you, you will lose people along the way. But then as you do that, you will watch magic unfold and new people fall in that align with your goals, that align with your values, and who uplift you and don't try to hold you down. So everyone, thanks for listening today. Hey, if this resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And until next time, stay strong, stay true, and always keep being you and true to yourself.